Oh, you're welcome. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome back to Let's Play Submachine, and this time we're playing Submachine 8, The Plan. So, last time in Submachine 7, The Core, we made it to the Winter Garden, somewhere within the core of the subnet, and we were trying to make contact with Elizabeth, an old acquaintance of Murtaugh's, but apparently he's giving chase to her, so we're going to give chase to him. So, we're following them to the 5th layer, wherever that is, and let's see where we end up. 8. Whoa! You can create dimensional portals while being inside such a portal? Yes, I can. That seems dangerous. And when you do, what happens then? You change direction. Of what? Of everything. You know, for a second there, I thought he meant changing direction literally. As in, like, if you're going through a tunnel, you just make another tunnel. You're just going in a different direction. Whatever. Anyway. We've ended up somewhere. There's a key down there, but I can't quite reach it. I wonder if that's the energy from the Karma portal. Well, anyway, first little item, we got this this broken beam here, and we're gonna use that to grab this key. Mine. All right. This key will go in here. Get rid of that. Press that button. Right, and I'm free to go down. And our first document. Murtaugh is coming. We should go. We should go now. He really is the bad guy in this, isn't he? Or so it seems. Real quick, I want to bring this thing over. So we can get that. And I actually want to push it back the other way. I'll tell you why later. Alright, but we got some stuff. Some kind of I'm not really too sure what that is really. It looks like some kind of ship. We got this little thing here. Whee! Yes, I'm Australian. Looks like you need to put these electrodes over your head. Yeah, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Alright. Well, it sounds like it did something. It's got a lot of buttons on it, we can only use the first one. Which sounds like it's doing something. But, we flip this little switch here. A little, oi, started glowing. And now the second button's lit up. Well, it's a lot more convenient than all the other teleporters we've used. So yeah, now we're in a new area. So let's explore. Very different compared to this place here. And it looks like where we end up in this place is based on our location in wherever we came from. That's important to note, and I'll mention why later. Open all these. Small chest opener. How do I know it's a chest opener? Oh well. And get another document. I clearly remember the day it all ended. It was not long after computer processing power exceeded that of the human brain. Many thought that this was the turning point, but not so. The moment came a bit later. I remember because I was there when we asked the biggest question, the one we've been struggling with for millennia. Why are we? You're going to ask a computer that question? This can either go very good or very, very bad. By this time, the question wasn't directed at us. We asked the computer. And that was the turning point in the history of humanity, that exact moment. Once we acknowledge that we're not the most evolved structure on our planet, once we pass the torch, our purpose diminished. Do we expect the computer to fry under the heaviest of questions? Of course. So you can imagine our surprise when this happened. The computer answered the question. Robot uprising! Probably not, but that's... wow. Well, there apparently now exists a computer that's... exceeds the processing power of the human brain and can actually answer the question of why are we? Got this little screen here. Oh, looks like the inside of a ship. And this, well, looks like this. Now, recall I mentioned that whenever we seemingly teleport between two places, it looks like it's based on where we are. Well, let's put that to the test. We're back in the first place, but we're in somewhere completely different. Oh, well, it is a small chest opener. Oh, I've got a cogwheel. And a picture. With this little stone sphere that we picked up earlier on. And a coil. Always gotta have a coil. Let's see what's on top here. Another one of these. Alright, well, we're getting a collection of these little spheres, it seems. Back to the second area. Yeah. Teleportation relative to your position in another place. Interesting. Yeah, so there's more stone spheres you need to pick up. Now, as for where we just were... There's the ship. Go over one to here, and we're just outside of it again. So yeah, really interesting mechanic there. And with that, I guess we can use areas of some places to get to areas of others, because we can still go up further in the first area here. We go back to the second. Now it seems we're outside. Looks pretty bleak out there. Okay, chuck the coil in there. Get our third sphere. Flip the switch. Alright. That's gone off, and the EOE has glowed again. Onto the third area. It was a lot of like brass cogs and stuff. Entries. Alright. Now right over here. We found a secret item. Now I should note that that is why I moved this thing back over to where it started, because if we go back there, it's gone again. But move that to its original position, it's back. So yeah, there's that. You can go down here, but real quick, let's chuck this cog in there. Pull that. Go back over here, and we get a cube. Gotta love cubes. And this is a beamer arm. It looks an awful lot like the little things with the beams we saw before. I guess they're called beamers. So maybe we need to build one. Yay. Where are you? I'm standing right beside you. Can't you see me? No. Let's compare our geotags once more. Something's off. We're at the same location, but where are you? I doubt it's blindness, but not at this point. I'm seeing more of these things. We got this thing here, which correlates exactly with this thing. Turn it around to this position to match up with the thing here, and we get our fourth stone sphere. And we go down to the ground here, move this tile, our second secret. Alright, so let's put these stone spheres into this thing in order, because these are obviously where they go. Second one was the line in the bigger circle. Do that, press in this, make ourselves a ladder. Put this cube in there, press that in. Alright, and we get access to a fourth area. More sewers. The lighthouse was 6 games ago. Wow, the lighthouse was 6 games ago. Look at that, we've got a drawer handle. Well, can't go down there unless we do something about that water. But, go back to the second area. We use this drawer handle on here. Gets a small mirror. Now this would put us right here. So if we go over this way. There we go. Alright, sounds like we've done something about that water. Right up here, I'll see what else is there for us. I didn't really bring it up, but we saw something like this back in the second area, which I'll be back to very soon. A wire. Thing over here. But why the boundaries? Why this particular shape? The idea is to give you just a glimpse of the plan. Just a glimpse. Seeing it in all its glory would blind your mind. Wow. Blind your very mind. It's quite a plan. Could it be the plan that this game is named after? Maybe also the plan that someone mentioned in a note back in Submachine 7? Who knows? Yeah, back over to this way. And down here is opened up, giving us our first instance of being able to travel to a lower section of all these areas. So let's see what's there for us. Nothing. Got a stone pyramid and another one of these things. They'll come into play later. Back in the first area though, we're down at the bottom of the ship. And we got a fuse. Now, kind of interesting, kind of weird. From this point we can actually climb up, but we can't climb back down. Okay, got a fuse. Now we pop that in there. Flip this. And we can move on to the fifth area. Yeah. This is looking more in line with a few other aesthetics we've seen in Submachine so far. Let's see what we got. Got a cat statue. Some kind of magical glowy archway. I never knew a beam of light could bend like that. Well, bending beams of light's really hard to do, isn't it? Well... No, that's bending light, not reflecting it. This is just a toy. A toy. Just a toy. It's not a toy, it's a knot. You have to untie it. Unless you're Alexander. Yeah. Cheater. Can I just say that Alexander the Great wasn't actually that great? He was an asshole. Look at this symbol here. You know, we've seen this symbol on like every single title screen, but hasn't really done much yet. But go back to an area like the first where we have access to the top. Move over one. We got this place here. Chuck the stone pyramid there. We can turn it for whatever reason. Chuck a small mirror here. Yeah, another beamer. So now we can move on to the sixth area. This looks like some kind of military bunker. Alright. And I was right, we do have to start building a beamer. So let's get a bit of a start on that. Just free up space in inventory. Demo, we got another document. Do you see it now? Yes. How is it even possible? They're interlocking perfectly. Who needs God when you have architects like that, right? Who needs God? That does bring up something interesting. In fact, a lot of these have brought up something interesting, which I will talk about very soon. When I asked for an explanation, he drew me this. Now, this I can't explain. I still don't know what the hell this means. Yeah. I am lost. Well, that just closes off the way. But we have ways of moving around stuff. So now, another picture. Alright, so these are those things that we've been finding everywhere. And the same symbol we saw at the top of that place in the fifth area. So now we have a bunch of positions in which we can put all of the things in each area in. Now for the sake of convenience, I'm gonna just open that back up because we don't need that closed anymore. And we got this thing. Now, I've actually neglected to mention this, but back in a few of the areas, we've been able to find these things. And we can actually use them now that we have access to this correlating device here in Area 6. area for that one. And 6, I think we saw it upstairs. There we go. Let's go back to that. And we have a power storage cell. Nice. Here we have a wheel button. And this has to do with the thing in the second area. And a beamer arm. While I'm in this position here, I'll go back to the second area to this thing here. I passed it over before but didn't quite mention it. So that matches up with this, but there's N there, meaning north, but the picture here says south, so I kind of have to look at it upside down. Or right, left, down from this perspective. Now we have the wheel button, we actually finish it. Do that. And this opens up, and we get a catalyst stone. Whatever that is. Alright, back to the 6th area. Finish building the beamer. Give it some power. Flip it on. Alrighty. Now we have access to the 7th area, which is very tribal looking. A woman came to our village. No one knows exactly how she entered since the gate was closed at the time. She went straight to the game. And 1 minute later, a beam of light shot from it straight up into the sky. When she disappeared, we knew that we were blessed with the presence of the goddess. And that was 742 years ago, and we worship her to this day. 742. Wow. What's the meaning behind that number? I'm not sure. Most of the numbers we've seen so far are 32. Go down here, we can't go too much further. So we'll get a bit of help. Keep exploring. We can go down here and... Alright, we can start interacting with these things now, so... The 7th one, this needs to be put down... halfway. Over here. Use the catalyst stone there. And now... glows again, but we don't have an 8th button. So... That's pretty much all the areas that we can explore here. Oh, we'll have to make do. There we have a valve. And a stone button. Put the valve on there. Spin it. Move up. And now we have a hammer. Yeah. Alright. Now, at this point... we've explored all the areas, so now it's time for cleanup. And the best thing to do for that is to start working with all of these things and seeing if that correlates with the thing at the top of the pyramid-looking structure back in the 5th area. So I'll go back to the 6th area real quick. Now we don't have to put the thing in the 6th area down at all. In fact, we haven't even seen it. But I want to use the hammer on this, because it gives us our 3rd secret. And just to... not there. Just to show where it is, go down to the lower layer. That's where this thing is for this area. But we don't need to put that one down. We do need to put down the one in the 5th area though. So we'll go back there. And remember, we found this one up here. Put that one all the way down. Don't need to touch the one in the 4th area, so we'll go back to the 3rd. And find that one. Although I do want to go down, back into the 3rd area, because now we can break this thing. Get ourselves a 4th secret. So yeah, 3 of the secrets in this game are in the 3rd area. Who knew? Yep. Put that all... That was not supposed to go all the way down, just halfway. And 2nd area? No, wait. It's down below in the 2nd area. Yeah. All the way in. Back to the 1st. All the way in. Now, let's see if that did anything with the 5th area. And yeah. So those symbols match up, and now we have an energy trail. Whatever that is. Now, we're supposed to put this in here, but I don't want to do that just yet. First thing I want to do is break the cat statue. Screw cats. Cats are assholes. Now this is where the stone button goes, and pressing it does nothing. But use the energy trail on its pillar, and we get our 5th secret. And that's all of them for the game. Now, this leads us to the very end, but it's time for me to do a little bit of explaining in regards to the plan. To do this, it's best to go back to the second area. Now, as I've mentioned, as we go between areas, where we end up depends on our position in each area, and we can see what correlates with this room here on this screen. So when we go back to the first area, we go to exactly what we see in the screen there. This is the second one, third room, so on and so forth. I don't think I need to show them all off. This is more than just to show where we'll end up, because I've been saying that we've been teleporting between different areas, but that's actually a lie. Whenever we press a button on this thing, we're not actually moving. We're not teleporting anywhere. What's happening is that we are becoming able to see and interact with the exact same area on a different layer. Now, we've seen layers mentioned before, and what the layers are they're basically different dimensions. We are traveling between dimensions whenever we press one of these buttons. And we're not moving at all. We're just seeing what the place looks like in a different dimension and being able to interact with what's there in that dimension. The plan has to do with how it all interconnects, because I'm going to show you pretty much the map layout of every single area. As you can see, each of the different layers is the same size, the same shape, has the same amount of rooms in the exact same layouts. And it's really, really interesting. Oh, by the way, if we flip all these on, we actually get this place's name. This place is known as Sector 9. And this is a place where the plan was put into effect. Also, that just goes to show that when we got here, we were on the first layer. We were supposed to be chasing Murtaugh to the 5th layer, meaning that we got sidetracked along the way. So maybe that's what was going on with the little exchange between Murtaugh and Liz at the start about opening a portal within a portal and changing direction. See, I thought he meant it literally. Yeah, but that is what constitutes the plan. The fact that this area is architecturally the same, but aesthetically very different between all 7 layers. And I think I'll be able to go into that a little bit more once we finish up here. So, we'll chuck the energy trail in there. And go through this little energy door. Now, if you actually step down here, I think... No, actually, no, wait. No, you're locked into this. Go through the door. So, did you ever catch me after all? You know that there are 7 answers to that question, my dear Liz. Oh, fuck. Get out of here with your pretentious bullshit. Alrighty. And that's it. That's Submachine 8, the plan. And we actually have a supposed release for the 9th game, because the HD version of this game was brought out on the game's release. This was the first game to actually be released in HD. But now we can go to the Secrets Hub and check out all the secrets that we have. There's one thing I regret It's the fact that all the people I've sent to the edge, no one ever came back. Not a single soul. That will haunt me for the rest of my life. Yeah. Well, it looks like he's trying to play up the tragic nature of Murtaugh here. Well, he's feeling regret. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions, like why he wanted to invade the core of the subnet and why he's chasing after Liz as far as we can see it now. Have you ever been to a place called The Loop? Yes, of course. See, this knot is exactly like The Loop. Well, maybe not exactly, but it serves the same purpose. If that's the case, what's so important in Layer 5? Well, Layer 5 was how we got out of this place, and Layer 5 was also where Liz was fleeing to, so it's gotta be important. That's impossible. You can't be in different dimensions at the same time. Impossible? What does it even mean? I mean, we were kind of in different dimensions at the same time. Doesn't he understand that his karma portals are shattering this dimension? This dimension? You mean the third one? You know that's not even the original dimension, right? What do you think's more important, the origin or the flawed copy? Someone loves that copy, man. Leave him alone. But that does bring up something really interesting. Flawed copy. It's implying that dimensions themselves can be copied. And without going into too much, that is actually a large part of the plan. Supposedly being able to copy dimensions. And we've kind of seen the result of that because all 7 layers that we went through, yeah, they were very different aesthetically, but structurally, they were exactly the same. So we're getting into some really interesting stuff. And I'm sure that more will become aware of a lot more of what's going on next time when we play Submachine 9, The Temple. But in any case, guys, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, guys, my name's Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.